Hello, it's Lindsay with RAL Optimized. Okay, I'm really excited to show you another house today. Now, you'll hear me say all the time, you can never fall in love with a property. This is a property, I do love the house, but I'm not in love with it, right? And I want to expand your minds a little bit. This one could work or it could not work. So I'm gonna walk you through and show you some things that we could renovate on it to make it possible. However, it's not one where I would say like we have to have this. There's different ways of looking at it, but I wanted to show you some ways to think about a property, some things you can do, some things maybe just to stay away from. But again, you don't have to fall in love with the property. There's other ones out there where this might be a better option. What I liked about this property initially is that it is a ranch. It was actually listed as a 3-bed, 4-bath, and it was pretty sprawling, and it sits on acreage. So my first thought was, okay, how can we add on? How could we make it work off the back? Still a possibility, right? But as I see it right now, walking through, and I'll show you, we'd really be able to accommodate maybe 6 residents. Now, it does have this carport, so we could consider that and convert that and make that into a space as well. But you'll see when we get in there, there's a lot of steps. So again, we could make it work where we could add ramps and do all that, but there's the whole safety concern too. So definitely a lot of things to consider and what you would really want to do with it. But again, it is beautiful. There's so many really unique things about it that I think families would really like, residents would like. But yeah, let's go in and let's take a look. So like I said, there's a lot of steps inside, but even outside, again, these are things that we can get past, right? It looks beautiful, but there are steps going all the way down here. So we would need to put in a long ramp just to make sure that it accommodates the wheelchairs and our residents. And there's some big steps too. So we would have to make sure that all of this is suitable for our clientele. It has such a cool vibe about it, super unique, but obviously there's steps immediately. So we would have to put in probably a little half wall and then a ramp going down. Doable, yes, but something to consider, and could make it challenging with just the maneuverability of getting from one area to the other one. But it can be done, but super cute area. There's also a lip just in the change of flooring a lot in this home. So something else to consider in how we could do that. Then even just coming down into the kitchen, there are more steps. So again, if we put the ramp in there, put a ramp in over here, it could work. The kitchen doesn't necessarily need to be updated. It could be updated. I would definitely put handles on everything because it would make it really challenging for the caregivers to quickly be able to do what they need to do with it. But that could work. Follow me down, and I'm gonna show you this area too. If you were able to do an addition onto this home, this would be a great place for a live-in as well. I don't really see how this could work for a resident. I mean, it's not worth putting an elevator in for the cost, and these are some pretty big steps here. But it is a really cool space. Again, this takes you out to the carport area that we could renovate. There is a whole nother basement area, but it's a little bit more cellar-like. It's very narrow going down the steps. So there's just a lot of different levels over here. So not making this area super attractive for allowing this to work for the residents. But we've got a whole nother wing of the house. And if we look out back, the backyard is fantastic. So is there something that we could do connecting the other wing to an addition? Perhaps. This house, just so you know, is listed at $425. And like I said, right now I see it fitting about 6 residents in there. So if we could do a big addition for another 10 residents and, you know, figuring that cost into it and everything, and we could be all into this house for less than $1 million. And that would definitely work for 16 residents. And in a home like this where we're located, each bed would be about $6,000 to $6,500 a month. Okay, so walking down, checking out these bedrooms, again, we have a long hallway. It's doable. It's a little bit more narrow than I would like for how long it is, but it could be doable. It does have a really pretty bathroom. The bathtub isn't suitable, so we would have to change that out immediately. You don't see this all the time, but it is a master with this huge other extra room. So I would definitely want to make this into 2 separate rooms, allowing one of these closets over here to go out into the hallway to have its own entrance. So we would make this into 2 rooms, and that master over there could be shared as well. So there's potential here. It is really beautiful. It's really unique. I do think the families would really, and the residents would really like this. A doorway out here too, so we could do a private patio out here. And accommodate a resident in a unique way like that, and they would really appreciate that as well. And then we have just 2 other really regular rooms that could accommodate the residents as well. There's nothing really that I would do to the bedrooms besides, painting and updating, that kind of thing. But it definitely still leaves us with a bathroom that we need for ADA compliancy. So if we utilize this bathroom and take everything out of here and change that around, where we could even go into this bedroom a little bit if need be to remove a wall. But again, it's quite a bit of work. If it were up to me right now, I would pass on this house, move on to the next one where we could do a little bit less and that we could accommodate more residents. But again, this is for you to decide and for you to really take into consideration what you have to work with, how the numbers pan out. So hope this opened your mind a little bit and to thinking about what you could and could not do with the property.